speakers. We've got an amazing welcome mat for Prime Minister Stephen Harper. We're going to welcome Prime Minister Stephen Harper to Copenhagen today.
Stephen Harper that he has to start respecting our treaty. He has to start respecting treaty rights. He has to start respecting Indigenous people's rights. And he has to start respecting human rights, not just in Canada, but around the world. And I want to ask him, you know, why the hell is he coming to Copenhagen if he's not willing to negotiate?
Government pretends that they have the consent of the Canadian people for this disastrous development. But this event here is putting the lie to that. Stephen Harper can't come here now and claim that he is representing the will of all Canadians. We hear inside the Bella Centre that the tar sands are poisoning the climate, putting the world in danger. But the first people who are paying the price for the tar sands are First Nations people in Canada. And we have to reject this whole idea of pitting Canadian interests against the interests of the climate. They are one and the same. We've heard again and again about what a destructive role the United States is playing in these negotiations. But the real truth is that the most destructive force inside the Bella Centre is our government, is the Canadian government. Because at least the Bush administration didn't sign the Kyoto Protocol, and the Obama administration says they won't sign the Kyoto Protocol because they won't follow it. Our government signed the Kyoto Protocol and then made a mockery of international law. They're making a mockery of everything that developing countries are fighting for inside the Bella Centre. They want legally binding agreements. We all want that. But legally binding agreements don't mean anything when countries like Canada increase their emissions by 26% in a period when they were supposed to be reducing them. All Canadians need to understand this because Canadians are starting to change their behavior. They're recycling, they're changing their light bulbs, they're doing all of these consumer-oriented things, but all of it is being undone by what is happening in the tar sands. We need to unite on this. Thank you.
I just want to say the Prime Minister of Canada, Mr. Harper, the representative of the oil industry and capital of the oil industry in Calgary, that you are killing our river, that you are killing our way of life, our culture, our Dinajanya.
Ariel's going to introduce the welcoming basket for Stephen Harper. We're going to roll out the welcome mat for Stephen Harper, Prime Minister Stephen Harper, international climate criminal, international Indigenous violator of Indigenous rights. We're going to welcome him to Copenhagen, and Ariel's going to talk a bit about what's in the basket.
So, we're taking over this wonderful gift basket for Stephen Harper. And what's in the basket, you all ask? Well, we have put in copies of all the treaties that are currently being violated in Canada by the Alberta tar sands. Just as a reminder that he has treaties to honor. In addition, we have also put in a copy of the Kyoto Protocol. Something that we have also signed on to in Canada that we again have not been honoring, or rather that Stephen Harper hasn't been honoring. In addition to that, we have also included a copy of the Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People, so that it's a reminder that he needs to sign on to this declaration and recognize Indigenous people's rights in Canada. And just as another little reminder, we're giving him some stickers to tell him to shut down the tar sands. Some posters that outline the massive destructive nature